Welcome to From the Garage. I'm Dylan, and the New York Knicks have just made it out of the second round for the first time since May of 2000. I was born in the year 2000, November of 2000 to be exact. The Knicks haven't made the Eastern Conference Finals since a couple months before I was born, and I just watched the New York Knicks beat the Celtics by around 40 to go to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in my lifetime. This is the first video on this channel, obviously. And with this being the first video on the channel, this is a love letter to the New York Knicks, to basketball as a whole, because it is the reason I want to do sports media. I became a New York Knicks fan at the age of around 10 or 11 when the Carmelo Anthony trade happened and Nate Robinson won the dunk contest, funnily enough. Since that moment, I have witnessed some of the most fun in my life, and a lot of the things I'm going to talk about I'm probably going to throw around here on the thing, or on the screen, sorry. Also, before I go, I'm going to be reading tweets and stuff, so I'm going to put all that there. If you want to follow my Twitter, it'll be right here, at BozoDills on Twitter. I talk about the Knicks a lot. But since 2009, is when I'm going to say I really became a Knicks fan. Since then, the Knicks have had some of the coolest highs. We've had Carmelo Anthony knock out the Boston Celtics in the playoffs. He had a 38-point game, and he broke up the KG Paul Pierce Celtics. Yeah, the light broke, so I think we're just going to keep going. I'm going to move this light to rewind. We got to see Carmelo Anthony eliminate the Paul Pierce, KG, Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo Celtics and break them up, really. I've gotten to see some cool moments like Linsanity happen. I got to be around for the unicorn of Kristaps Porzingis, who I feel so bad for. I hope he's okay. He had a rough series with his health. I'm hoping the best, and I'm hoping Twitter's wrong with all the stupid things they're saying about him. And then, in between that Carmelo Anthony, Kristaps Porzingis area, I mean, even with it, we had some terrible teams, some god-awful teams, and then I get to see us draft R.J. Barrett, and I get to see us pick up Julius Randle and get Tom Thibodeau as the coach and be the 4 seed with Elfrid Payton and Nerlens Noel as starters. The New York Knicks have come so far from that moment. I have a tweet here that I'm going to pull up. The Knicks starting point guards on opening night since 2009. Is that Chris Duhon? No, it's not. So the Knicks starting point guards on opening night since 2009. Chris Duhon, Raymond Felton, twice. Tony Douglas, Pablo Prigioni, Shane Larkin, Jose Calderon, Derrick Rose, Ramon Sessions, Trey Burke, Alonzo Trier, Elfrid Payton, Kemba Walker, Jalen Brunson. Knicks fans have had to see a revolving door of point guards. And we have our guy. And in every single series that I can think of, they said Cade Cunningham was the better player. They said Tatum and Brown are both better players. Going to past years, they said Trae Young is the better player. Actually, no, wait, I don't think we played Trae Young. They said Donovan Mitchell was the better player. They've always said that the other team has the best player, Joel Embiid. By the way, oh my God, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Deuce McBride. I graduated college before Joel Embiid made an Eastern Conference Finals. That's awesome. But Jalen Brunson has changed this organization, and he was always labeled as the second best player in the series, and he has shown time and time again that he is a playoff riser. He is the best player on the floor with under 5 minutes left in the basketball game. Karl Anthony Towns. I've had to see a revolving door of centers just as bad. I'm not going to go through the list, but I did say Nerlens Noel started that playoff series in 2019. I had to watch Taj Gibson on multiple attempts on being in this organization. Tyson Chandler was amazing for us. Amari Stoudemire was awesome. I've had to see so many people, but Karl Anthony Towns showed up in Game 6 and put on a performance that you can't even describe to people without, I can't describe to people or won't be able to without saying, like, this is what everyone needed out of him. Kendrick Perkins said it. Every single person said Cat has to be the one to step up, and he did. OG Anunoby is me and my men's league teammates' favorite player in the NBA. He is our GOAT. OG is an amazing defensive presence, and when he can score over 15 points, this team looks unbeatable, man. He is such a dynamic player, from the way he plays defense to his really kind of wonky offense, but it works and it scores, and it does great for this Knicks team. Mikal Bridges is someone that I couldn't see becoming what he became because of how the regular season went. But then you realize that we really only has had these guys for less than a year. And they're building game plans and they're doing well. Mikal Bridges has become this defensive anchor that this team needed behind OG Anunoby. Now you have Wingstop. You have two of the best defensive wings in the NBA. And then you also have Josh Hart, who is such a dynamic human being. The way he rebounds like a center, but runs the floor like a wing, and he doesn't have any offensive sets that are run for him, but he just plays ball well. To the bench guys, Deuce McBride, and honestly, you were awesome. Everyone yelling Deuce when you shoot. You play with such heart and energy. The block you had in Game 6 blew up the Garden. It was amazing. And Mitchell Robinson was the best player in this series. He was the most game-changing player in this series, and it might not be close. Mitchell Robinson was fantastic, and he will need to proceed to do that in this series coming up against the Indiana Pacers. Now, the Pacers and Knicks have so much history from before I was born to last year, but the Knicks haven't made the Eastern Conference Finals since 2000, and they were knocked out by the Indiana Pacers. The 90s were run by Pacers-Knicks playoff runs. That was what was popping in the East, other than, of course, Michael Jordan. I'm not dumb. But for the Knicks and Pacers, that was a rivalry. You have the choking thing, like all of that. You have all of that on the back end coming into this series, and I'm so excited for this series. It's a series that I truly believe the Knicks can win, and it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. Tyrese Halliburton, Siakam, Miles Turner, and the guys have been playing amazing ball over there. But I'm going to take this second to really appreciate the run that the Knicks went on. This is for all the legends. This is for the John Starks. This is for the Patrick Ewings. This is for the Stephon Marburys, Latrell Sprewells, Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire. Hell, I'll throw Jeremy Lin in the mix for Linsanity. This is for all those guys that didn't have a team built around them that can do it. This is a team that can go win a championship. And it's going to be tough. Because on the other side, you have OKC and Minnesota. And I don't even want to dive into that because Game 7 is tomorrow. So by the time this is posted, Game 7 will be going on. So you either face the Oklahoma City Thunder, Nuggets, or Timberwolves, and those are all tough matchups, and we have to get there first. I think every New York Knicks fan wants to say thank you to the Dolan family for giving Leon Rose the keys, and want to thank Leon Rose for getting this team together and building the team that we have in front of us. This is something that Knicks fans could have never imagined having. My life has changed because of this team. Jalen Brunson's the first player that I've played like. I'm a big body guard when I play basketball. I know I'm nowhere near the caliber of the guy, but to see a guard that's a little bigger, bump more, not have the best shifty moves, like you see Shea, you see, hell, I'll say Jamal Murray, you see a lot of these guards nowadays, Kyrie, have these sick in and out packages, dribble moves, but Brunson plays with his body, he plays big, he plays like a post man at 6'1", and it's amazing. And then you have Cat that can stretch the floor, and this team is just amazing, and it's something that you just don't see often in your life. So if you're a Knicks fan, please appreciate what you are seeing in front of you, because you never know when it can happen again. To Tom Thibodeau, thank you for getting this team to the playoffs most of the time you've been in New York. Yes, I know we give you a lot of crap for the way you do minutes, and sometimes you know you deserve it, but You are a big reason this team made it here. I truly believe Tom Thibodeau outcoached Missoula in the first 4 games of this series before the Tatum injury that happened. And I'm going to go into the Tatum injury right now, and I have a lot of friends that are Celtics fans, and I am sorry that had to happen, and I wish the best for Jason Tatum. That is not how he deserved to go out and how you guys as a team deserve to go out. But it happened, and it's unfortunate. I wish him a speedy recovery, and I hope next year in the playoffs it's us again with him healthy, and we can really hash this out. The Knicks have made an Eastern Conference final in my lifetime. My whole life I had to hear people say that we would never get here, and it has finally happened. And the job is nowhere near finished for the Knicks. You have 2 more series to win. You have 1 against the Pacers and 1 against the West. It is a very possible ring to go get. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's truly possible. And this is the first time in my life and a plethora of Knicks fans' lives that this is a possibility. So we want to say thank you to this team. And if you stuck around this far into the video, I'm shocked. I'm happy, and I want to thank you. This is from the garage. The takes, the good, the bad, everything will be coming from the garage. There's going to be much more content on the way. And hell, man, I'm going to say it again, Knicks in 6. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, follow the socials, do all that. And thank you. Peace.